Hi everyone, Mitch from PickDogs.com here with your early halftime show for college football. It is Saturday, November 2nd, 2019. Of course, it is my favorite day of the week during my favorite time of the year. It is College Football Saturday, but I'll tell you what, this is blowout Saturday in the early games in college football. Not a competitive game. Well, Purdue, Nebraska, 14-10. And the Central Florida Houston game are the only competitive games on the board. Well, FIU Old Dominion as well. But every other game, 20 points plus margins here. Just absolute crushings going on. We got Michigan over Maryland, 21-0. Texas A&M over UTSA, 21-7, which is actually close compared to some of these other games. And we have... Liberty, one of our premium picks, up 49-14 over UMass. We got Boston College, another one of our premium picks. They were an underdog, up 44-20 over Syracuse, who has no answers on the defensive side of the ball. And we also had in our early premium picks were Wake Forest up 34-10. So just absolute clobbering. We also have Liberty, Tom, in our premium picks, and they are up 49-14, laying 23.5. So we're sitting in good shape. Unfortunately, our books that we play with don't cash our full game tickets at halftime. That would be nice. I know that I don't generally take sports book recommendations or anything like that, but I'll tell you, if anyone knows a book that will pay our full game bets that we're winning at halftime, pass them over. Let's take a look at some of these second half lines. I'm going to be back in a little bit with Breeders' Cup Race 1 picks. I'm going to try and work out in between now and then, but I just wanted to do a quick halftime show. I was almost not going to come on for halftime. I mean, I took Northern Illinois. 38-10, they're getting blitzed by Central Michigan. Absolutely slaughtered. I mean, this is just really one of the worst. Thanks, Tom. I appreciate that. But this is really one of the biggest blowout first halves I've seen in a long time. I've seen one-sided games and I've seen, one-sided cards, but I've never seen a first half with this many teams up by double digits at halftime. There's only 3 games on the board that are not double digits right now. But let's just take a quick look at the second half lines. Wake Forest -3 against Boston College. Liberty -7.5 against UMass. They've only punted once in this game. Old Dominion +8.5 against Florida International. I honestly haven't watched that one. Nebraska -2 against Purdue. Purdue up 14-10 in that game. Central Florida -10.5 against Houston. Of course, Houston had the nice lead to start that game. Michigan still -7.5 against Maryland. That game is kicking off. And then Buffalo -0.5 against Eastern Michigan, who hasn't gotten off the bus at their own stadium. Northern Illinois -0.5 and Texas San Antonio. Meanwhile, the games that I'm watching, I mean, Boston College, Syracuse has no answers. 2 of their scores are off of two of their scores two of the scores for Boston College came off BC turnovers. And normally when a team turns the ball over twice within a minute on the road and goes from a 10-7 lead to a 17-10 deficit, that's one thing. And normally when that happens, then you start thinking, oh no. So what I did is I took Boston College from the upper right-hand corner. I put them on the main screen where I had Wake Forest. I moved Wake to the upper corner, and when I did that, the whole thing turned. Hey, I'm superstitious. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't cash our tickets at halftime. Thanks to everyone that's bought the premium. I appreciate it. I know you guys look for winners. I just take it as support for what we're doing. And I think, when you guys are supporting what we're doing, then we're doing something right. And I really, really appreciate the support. And I'm hoping that we can put together a great day for you today, because a lot of people bought the day pack, which, you know, it's great for people that like Saturday and Sunday football, because you get 2 days really for the price of one, depending on what time you buy it. And I'll have my picks out for the NFL, you know, around midnight tonight. And then, you know, it's the most expensive way to buy picks, but it's also the most efficient for some people, because that's all they want, you know. So it's like, why do I want to pay for a week when I only really want NFL and college football Saturday and Sunday, which is great, you know. So I'm glad that we have that. And, you know, I haven't heard a lot of questions or a lot of comments about it, so I'm thinking that maybe we have the pricing right. I'm hoping. But any questions, any problems ever with the premium area, by all means, you guys know how to reach me. I'm very, very accessible. Mitch@pickdogs.com. But let's take a look at these second half lines. It's not up to me to keep it rolling. It's up to these teams to do it. But I'll tell you, you know, if we can get out of the gate here with some wins, it always sets up a nice day. And, of course, we got Breeders' Cup races today. I'm going to come live about 15 minutes before every race. I'm just going to do 2-minute broadcasts on Breeders' Cup, unless it coincides with the halftime. I'd never said I liked either of those plays. So, what kind of question is that? God. I mean, I don't understand. Neither of those are premium picks. So what kind of question is that? I don't know, man. Whatever. We're going to let it go. Wake Forest now minus 2.5 against NC State. They've absolutely dominated this game. Liberty minus 7.5. We do college. We do every sport. We cover every game every day. So yeah, we're doing college basketball. We're all locked and loaded. I'm actually going to be doing some of the free picks on college basketball and the write-ups on the site. Though the guys haven't put me on the schedule yet, and I'll have to talk to Randy about it and see if I can write on the site. Just relax. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Got Central Florida minus 10.5. Kind of like that. Syracuse minus 1.5 against Boston College. No way. No way. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's good. I just never said I liked those picks, so I don't know why you would say like you. I thought you, the way that it reads to me and the way that I read it. My bad. The way that I read it, you know, when you said that, the way that I read it was that, which of these picks that you gave do you like the best? It's like, I don't know why you would put picks. It's like you're putting picks in my mouth or whatever, right? But that's the way I interpret it. Maybe I interpret it wrong. It happens. I've been wrong before. My wife's sitting right here. She's looking at me like, yeah, you've been wrong before. But anyways, I really like Boston College in the second half. I gave them out as a premium pick for the game. We were getting 3 points. I wrote in the write-up they're going to win this game anyway. And I think when you reel off that many long runs, and when Syracuse, 10 of their 17 points came off turnovers, they got no chance for the second half. None. We can get them at -1, at plus 143 for the second half for Boston College. I don't see how I can't take that. I don't see how you can't bet that. It just seems almost too good to be true, right? So a lot of Syracuse money always. They're kind of like the New York team. I'm going to guess that line's not going to be around forever, that we're going to be able to do that. Now Syracuse is minus 2.5 for the second half, and Boston College plus 2.5. But the minus odd bets for Boston College are gone. But, I mean, how is that? Syracuse hasn't done anything. They've done nothing in this game. They have, those of you who haven't been watching the Syracuse-Boston College game, Boston College scored a field goal to start the game. Syracuse came back with a touchdown. Boston College scored a field goal, They turned the ball. They stopped them. They turned the ball over. Syracuse got a field goal. It was 10-10. Then Syracuse scored a touchdown to make it 17-10. It's 44-20. It is a rout. Syracuse's court. Boston College, without getting a turnover. Oh, well, they got one turnover. They have outscored Syracuse 34-3 in the second quarter, and they were all runs, like just long runs. Two running backs just running all over Syracuse. I do not see how Syracuse is favored in the second half. I'm going to unload here on Boston College in the second half. I don't see it. I don't understand this line, but yeah, the money line second half is Boston College is plus 135, and that's the best they're going to give us, the books. They won't give us that other line. They took it away. I think Boston College is our best bet. Yeah, they were lucky that Boston College turned it over. That's 10 of their points are off of turnovers. But they have not stopped Boston College's offense once. They haven't stopped them once. It's a lean to. I think Purdue is outplaying Nebraska in this one. That's why I kind of haven't been pounding it. So I don't really know on that one. I heard your parlay. I don't know what would have happened. See, these are the questions that I don't like, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to call you out. I just want to ask everybody in our audience, so maybe I have a better understanding, so we can communicate better or something like this. I give out a pick. Okay, nothing has changed in the last hour since I gave it out. Right, I gave it out in Moneyline Parlay, and nothing has changed. Right, not one thing has changed between now and then. Why would something change? I don't understand it. I don't understand the question. I don't. I'm sorry. If you can explain to me what has changed in the last hour, I don't know, man. Yeah, Syracuse hasn't had a lead change. Weird. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know. I don't know about the total, because Boston College is. I think they're just going to continue to run the ball, and I think they're going to try and just run out the clock in the second half and just play the clock game. And I think that's why the money is on Syracuse in the second half, because they think that Boston College is going to sit on it and try and make it run out, and just milk the clock. But the problem is that when they try and run, Syracuse can't stop them, and it's like 70-yard runs, which makes the total extremely tough. But it's right now the game is at 64, so I don't understand the 57.5. Oh, team total. Is it team total? The question 57.5. For Boston College in this game against Syracuse, over. They're going to score 2 touchdowns, whether they like it or not, because Syracuse can't stop the run. There's nothing they have done that has said they can stop the run in this game. Nothing. Okay, now you guys just, if you could be clear, then we're all good, right? I just need some help, man, because I don't understand what you guys are saying sometimes. But anyways, I'm going to sign off on this one. Let's take a quick look at the first Breeders' Cup race and see what we have there. Nah, actually, you know what? We'll come back. I want to work out though, so I'm gonna go work out. I'll come back with a Breeders' Cup. It's 11:55 a.m. Is the what time is it in the East Coast? 10:55. Or on the West Coast. It's 2 o'clock, so that's 11 o'clock on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm going to go work out. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Enjoy the second half of these games, and I'll come back with Breeders' Cup picks. I think for the first one, I'll have to just give a pick. It's the Filly and Mare Sprint. I think I'm going to do that in just a couple of minutes. I'll come right back with that, and then I'll go work out, and then we'll try something else. Anyways, we're always just winging it, right? It's noon here. Horse racing not for 90 minutes, so it's noon. But Rod, you're like in Central Time, right? The horse racing's at 11:55 West Coast time. So that's 3 o'clock. Almost 3 o'clock. That's like 3 o'clock Eastern time, and it's like almost 2 o'clock Eastern time now. Yeah, I don't Mountain is a whole different thing. Yeah, the horse racing is in 55 minutes. This is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. I'll be back in like 5 minutes with some horse racing picks.